Thanks for checking out START 101. It is the first in our series of 5 small business seminars. Well, in START 101, we mean how do you start the business that you have decided to go into. Typically, that means registering the business, and that is a very important first step. But we also call this Ready, Set, Register, because before you register, you need to be ready and having made certain decisions about what the best form of registering is. It's not complex, but you do need to understand the choices. And in START 101, we explain those choices and make sure that you're making the right one for you. Let's talk about the 3 types of businesses that you can register. There's a sole proprietorship, or a partnership, or a corporation. And while I won't go into a lot of detail today, in the seminar what we do is we explain how, for tax reasons, also for reasons of liability for you, a corporation is often the right answer. And many of the people that we help register their business make the decision to incorporate even one-man, one-woman operations because of all of these advantages. I suppose another good example would be if you expect your business to grow and you will want to borrow from a bank. If you're a corporation, it means that you do have to file an annual financial statement. It means there's a little bit of management and control in your business, and a bank likes to see that. It doesn't mean you have to be a corporation in order to borrow, but it helps to be a corporation. If you're planning to have people invest in your business or to have shareholders, it's almost an absolute requirement that you be a corporation. Because again, it's this separate legal entity. And so either you own the whole thing and receive all of the profits, or various people own pieces of this corporation. When we talk about it being a legal entity, it is also what pays you. After all, you're in this to make an income and enjoy what you're doing. If it's a profitable business, that profit can sit in this corporation and not all be sent to you. What's sent to you is taxed at your personal tax rate. But what stays in here is taxed at a very low small business rate. It's things like this that I just want to introduce you to today so you'll appreciate the value of being at the seminar. Beyond the idea of the form of business, there are government accounts that you almost certainly will have to register. For example, GST, HST. Again, without giving you all of the detail, I do want you to hear this, that while it's optional up to a certain threshold of revenue, $30,000, there can be big advantages to having a GST, HST number. And it all relates to the fact that, yes, you will be charging tax, but remember that in your business you are spending money and you have expenses that have GST and HST attached to it. And the beauty of charging HST and having the GST, HST input tax credits, in other words, whatever you've spent on GST, HST gets deducted from the amount that you did charge, and only the difference goes back to the government. Beyond the government accounts and the form of business that you register, there is, of course, the issue of the name that you choose, whether it's the business name or the domain name. And you should pay a lot of attention to that name. It should be a name that makes sense and will be in place for many years doing you good service, meaning it reflects what you do. And we do want folks to know that it's very important that you consider protecting or trademarking that name. And when you do choose a name, certainly make sure that no one else has trademarked it. You can copyright bodies of work or content. A trademark applies to your business name, your logo, a tagline, things like that. They're specific and identifiable. A copyright applies to a body of work. We hope that in START 101, you'll come away with a basic understanding of all of the things you need to do, from registering your name to the government accounts to your web presence, having a domain name and what that means. And then in the more detailed seminars that cover each of those areas, you'll get much deeper insights into the questions that you have.